Ladies and gentlemen, friends, brothers, sisters, everyone listening today, let me begin with a simple truth. Before you speak a word, before you extend a hand, before you even smile, the world has already formed an opinion about you. How? By the way you dress. Your outfit speaks before you do. Your clothes send a message, loud, clear, and unavoidable. Whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not, we're judged in seconds. And dressing is the language of that judgment. Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed how people glance at you? Have you ever felt their eyes scanning? Not your soul, not your ideas, but your shoes, your shirt, your watch. That is not vanity. That is reality. You can have anything you want in life if you dress for it. Those are the words of Edith Head, a woman who dressed stars, a woman who knew that appearance can open doors before your voice even echoes. Consider this. A young man walks into a job interview. He wears a sharp suit. His shoes are polished. His shirt is crisp. Before he utters a single sentence, the interviewers lean in. They smile. They see not just a candidate, but a winner. Why? Because he dressed like one. The world respects what looks prepared. The world listens to what appears ready. Your dressing is the frame through which people view your worth, at least in the first crucial moments. And this is not new. Throughout history, kings wore crowns not to hide their heads, but to announce their power. Generals wore uniforms not just to identify themselves, but to symbolize order, strength, and purpose. Business leaders wear suits not because they must, but because the suit speaks a universal language. Confidence, respect, authority. But let me tell you this. Dressing well is not about being rich. It's not about expensive labels. It's about intention. It's about choosing clothes that say, I respect myself. I respect you. I respect this moment. You could wear a simple white shirt. You could wear modest shoes. But if they're clean, if they're neat, if they are chosen with care, they will speak volumes. Because what you wear on the outside reflects what you feel on the inside. Think of Mahatma Gandhi. His simple cloth was a statement louder than any speech. Think of Nelson Mandela. His patterned shirts were symbols of freedom, individuality, and strength. Think of Steve Jobs. His black turtleneck became his uniform, a mark of focus, simplicity, and genius. So let me say this to you today. Before you leave your home, before you face the world, look in the mirror and ask yourself, what does my dressing say about me? Does it say, I am ready? Does it say, I am proud of who I am? Does it say, I care about this moment? Because every day you are on a stage, and your outfit is your first line. First impressions are not given, they are created. And you have the power of dressing, to create a first impression that opens hearts, that opens minds, that opens doors. So my friends, dress as though you believe in yourself. Dress as though your dreams depend on it, because often they do. Your dressing can inspire respect. Your dressing can command attention. Your dressing can shape destiny. And let me remind you, the way you dress doesn't just change how people see you. It changes how you see yourself. Let's go deeper. Let's talk not only about how others see you, but how you see yourself. Because here is the truth. When you dress well, you don't just change the picture in someone else's eyes. You change the picture in your own mind. Clothing is not just fabric. It is armor. It is a signal to your own soul. I am ready. I am strong. I am focused. Consider this. Have you ever worn an outfit that made you feel unstoppable? An outfit that made your shoulders square up, your chin rise, your walk gain purpose? That's not an illusion. That is science. Psychologists call it enclothed cognition. It means what you wear affects how you think, how you feel, how you perform. Studies show that when people wear clothes associated with power, a tailored suit, a crisp dress, a uniform of purpose, their thinking sharpens, their posture improves, their confidence rises. Because dressing well does something magical. It aligns the outer you with the inner you. Let me give you a story. There was a young woman named Amina. She worked hard. She dreamed big, but she felt invisible in meetings. She felt her ideas were overlooked. One day, she decided to change one thing: her dressing. She chose bright colors that matched her energy. She wore well-fitted jackets that spoke of purpose. She walked into that meeting, and the room listened. Did her intelligence change? No. Did her talent change? No. What changed was how she presented her strength, and how she felt about that strength. This is the power of dressing. Steve Jobs, a man who transformed the world, wore the same black turtleneck every day. Why? Because for him, that simplicity was power. It freed his mind. It focused his energy. It became his armor of success. And you too have that choice. Every morning, you can choose clothes that prepare you for battle. The battle of ideas, the battle of business, the battle of life. When you put on clothes that fit well, that feel right, that align with your goals, you feel ready, you feel worthy, you feel powerful. And let me tell you this, dressing well is not about impressing others. It's about empowering yourself. Because the world will treat you the way you treat yourself. If you dress with respect for yourself, the world will offer respect in return. Dress like you've made something of yourself, even if you haven't. That is not arrogance. That is preparation. That is vision. When you dress like you've made it, you start to believe you can. And belief is where success begins. So I challenge you. Tomorrow, stand before your wardrobe. Don't ask, what do I feel like wearing today? Ask, what do I want to feel today? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want to feel focused? Do you want to feel unstoppable? Choose clothes that help create that feeling. Because dressing well is a decision to rise, a decision to lead, a decision to respect your own journey. Let me leave you with this thought. When you dress as your best self, you invite your best self to step forward. And that, my friends, is the true armor of success. And let's be clear, dressing right does not mean dressing expensive. It means dressing appropriately. It means dressing thoughtfully. It means dressing with respect for yourself, for the people you meet, for the places you enter. Because every door you walk through, every room you step into, every hand you shake can be the start of something life-changing. And your dressing can be the key that unlocks that door. So the next time you prepare for a meeting, a gathering, an event, ask yourself, am I dressing for comfort or am I dressing for opportunity? Because opportunities notice those who dress as if they matter, and they do. So my friends, let your dressing become your invitation to success. Let it open doors you never even knew existed. Let us now come to the final truth. Dressing well is not about vanity. It is not about pride. It is not about seeking attention. Dressing well is about purpose. It is about power. It is about declaring silently to the world, I am here with intention. Every day, when you choose what to wear, you are making a statement not only to others, but to yourself. Your clothing becomes part of your message. It tells the world what you value. It tells the world what you believe. It tells the world how you see yourself. And more importantly, it shapes how you feel. When you dress with care, when you dress with thought, when you dress with purpose, you speak clear, you act with confidence. Because dressing well is not about impressing. It is about expressing. It is about showing respect for yourself, for those around you, for the moment you are in. Clothing is not just fabric. It is a tool to remind yourself that you are worthy, a tool to remind yourself that you are prepared, a tool to remind yourself that you are ready to lead. Dressing well is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice, a practice of showing up as your best self, a practice of choosing excellence, a practice of declaring silently, I take myself seriously. I take this life seriously. And remember this, every moment is an opportunity. Every day is a stage. Every encounter is a chance to leave a mark. Your dressing is the first part of that mark. Your dressing is the first line of that story. And when you choose it with care, you set the tone for everything that follows. So let this be your promise to yourself. No matter where you go, no matter who you meet, no matter what you do, you will dress with intention. You will dress with pride. You will dress with purpose. Because dressing well is not about the world seeing you. It is about you seeing yourself. And when you see yourself as powerful, when you see yourself as prepared, when you see yourself as worthy, the world will follow. Your dressing is your first act of leadership. Your dressing is your first act of courage. Your dressing is your first act of success. So tomorrow, when you stand before your wardrobe, do not ask, what is easy? Ask, what is worthy of my dreams? And choose it, wear it, own it. Because dressing well is not a detail, it is a decision that shapes not just how the world sees you, but how you rise to meet the world.